After 4 years of business school, I went out and I went for the American dream. I bought a Subway sandwich shop. Oh yeah. You're all impressed, I can tell. I don't want to brag or anything, but in 6 short months, I took a $60,000 debt, and I doubled that debt.
When we're young, we dream like rivers flow. You dream about everything. I want to be a world-class athlete. I want to be a firefighter. I want to be a police officer. We have all these big, crazy dreams, and we just go from one to another. We don't think about how. Why, as adults, do we think about how? Because when we were young, some well-meaning people trained the dream out of us.
Imagine my parents' reaction when, after stretching their budget to help me through college, seeing me fall on my face, and then I come home. Mom, Dad, I want to be a comedian. I was met by silence.
They trained us to think realistically. So if you could go back and talk to that 8-year-old you, what would you say to encourage the young you?
But really, what's the matter?
My mom makes me wear red jackets, and the kids call me Darren the Red Baron. This is the worst day of my life.
Yeah. Kids can be mean. But what if I was to tell you that it's because you went through those hurts that someday you're going to be able to help a lot of people? In fact, that's the credibility you have. You're going to own a Subway shop someday that bombs horribly. But you're going to tell a joke for 20 years that makes people laugh because of that. What if I was to tell you you're going to make people laugh and actually teach people, thousands of people, for a living? What would you say to that?
You're really weird.
Direct sellers, entrepreneurs, anyone who has that big dream that they really want to make happen.
And the world champion of public speaking, Darren LaCroix.
I'll never forget. My dad probably doesn't even remember. He said, I don't care what you want to do. Just be the best. And I am, Dad.
A lot of times we have that dream, but we don't actually take the steps to help us get there. Here's the problem. We have self-doubt. Deep down inside, we have that little voice that says, you're not good enough. You can't do this. Who are you to have that dream? When I was working on my world championship speech, there was 3 times that I was done. I quit. It's over. So I get the feeling. And if you know the story of Jonah and the whale, I felt like I got swallowed by the whale of self-doubt. How about you? What we need to do is have that simple strategy that we can keep working on to keep us going when it doesn't seem like we're making progress. Do you ever see a little kid just rip apart the perfect gift? I remember being 7 years old, ripping open my Christmas present, and it was a Matchbox racetrack. How cool! This had those little wheels that the car would go through, and it would have enough momentum to go around again to have another breakthrough. For you and I, those breakthroughs are what we need. That gets us to another level where we're never the same. We feel invincible for a little while. And now we just need enough momentum to get us through to that next breakthrough. But if we don't have that momentum, we give up just a little too soon. Along your journey, you're going to come across naysayers. They're essential. They're just a little test to see how serious you are. Just a few words can knock you off track. So 17 minutes to your dream. It's a simple strategy to get you to that next breakthrough.
I don't think that anyone was more scared than I was.
I've gained a couple of new clients out of it.
It really gives you that momentum in your business and in your life.
The accumulation of that effort and that energy that starts to help you see results.
I didn't die.
You will see that growth.
It led me to a dream job. It led me to my podcast, and it led me to my YouTube. And it would have not have happened, none of it would have happened without the encouragement of Darren.
It's doable.
There's no way I could have done that if I had not done this challenge. No way.
They got the breakthroughs they needed to get where they want to go. So I was so pumped. I had to turn this into a book. I had to turn this into a keynote speech so I can do what I love and help people get the breakthroughs they need to live their dream. See, if there's people in your organization that have that self-doubt, what can they do? When they move forward, when they get the breakthroughs, other people will see what's happening, see their breakthroughs, and start asking them.
They saw where I started and they saw how I was improving, and they wanted that for themselves as well.
So by applying this simple strategy, it will change the trajectory of your whole organization. Not just the life of the individual, not just helping bring their dream to reality, but it will permeate through the whole organization. So as you can tell, I love this, and I would love to speak to your audience and inspire them with the passion and enthusiasm I have, and most importantly, with the simple strategy that they can put to use to get the breakthroughs they need. 17 minutes to your dream.
Can I tell you how awesome it is to work with Darren LaCroix?
Darren LaCroix.
Darren LaCroix.
Darren LaCroix.
Darren is one of the best.
Darren was phenomenal.
This guy was the hit of the event.
He did an amazing job. Our therapists were just laughing.
People have been raving about the experience.
He makes things that are complex sound so simple.
I've never seen a keynote speaker come into a company a day before and spend a whole day doing homework and asking questions and calling on the phone, making sure that he can relate to the audience.
Really, in talking with individuals after the program, was his ability to engage the audience with measurable, very specific, very strategic strategies on how to improve their game.
If you're thinking about considering Darren to have him in your organization, I highly recommend it.
So if you're out there and if you're looking for a motivational speaker, I tell you what, he's one of the best in the world, if not the best I've seen.
If you have any question about whether you should bring Darren in to speak at your chapter, short answer, yes.
Before the conference began, he took the time to understand what the challenges were and who they are and what would be meaningful to them. And personally, as someone who ran the conference and hosted the conference, I took away so much. But what was so gratifying for me is I feel like the people who really gave their time to be with us at our conference walked away with tools. They were educated and they're better at the various things that they do because they had a chance to spend time with Darren. He's energizing and inspiring and educational, and he clearly loves what he does, and he's just so sincere and authentic.
And I will tell you, he absolutely knocked it out of the park.
Long story short, Darren rocks.
So would I recommend him? Oh yeah.